complete frustration. Every door you opened led to nothing but more empty rooms and more halls, with others led to dead ends. Just how freaking big was this place? On the surface, it's a small shrine, but underneath, it's a flippin' large labyrinth. You were beginning to grow in patience as you continued your way to find Kojiro. You couldn't help but the shrinking feeling that your gut, that something terrible had happened to him. The thought of that girl putting her hands on him sends you into blind rage. And when, even more so, is that you needed to find and kill that demonic priest, Sachujin. There's no telling what he's planning at this very moment, considering you still don't know what he meant by becoming part of his garden. Whatever the case, you knew for sure that it isn't a good sign. But first, your main priority was focusing on finding your beloved. Coming upon another door, you didn't hesitate to open it as you stumbled into a red room with large embroidered rugs and tapestries. You immediately took a note of the several flower pots filled with bright red poppies. The vibrant colors and rich textures of the room created a warm and inviting atmosphere that considered sharply with the sense of foreboding and that lingered in the air. Shrugging it off, you were about to turn back when suddenly, "Leaving so soon, Yukiho," a female voice said from behind you. Anger filled your body as you turned and glanced back to see that Janchusi girl, Wyoming, smirking at you. The way her eyes gleamed with mischief only fueled your growing irritation, making you clench your fists in frustration. You tensed between the two, lingered in the air, thick and suffocating. You hissed. "You got some nerve calling me a hoe, little girl." Demon or not, you weren't all intimidated by her. At your remark, Wyoming scoffed before standing. She was obviously pissed that you called her a little girl, despite being thousands of years older than you. With a sharp glare, she straightens her posture, the intensity radiating off her veins. "Feisty little tramp, aren't you?" She muses while mocking you, chuckling darkly. Her voice is cold and cutting, her tone dripping with sarcasm as she stares at you, unblinking. The atmosphere around her seems to crackle with tension, as if a storm is brewing just beneath the surface. "I don't see why the flame pillar likes you. He could have done so much better. You're so ugly, both inside and out." "Yeah, and I fucked your daddy last night," you spat back. You spit back, a smug expression on your face as you deliver the cutting retort. He wasn't complaining. You reacted quickly and blocked Wyoming's kick with your spear while inwardly laughing that you managed to go under her skin with your colorful remark. Who would have thought demons were so emotionally sensitive underneath? Guess that goes to show they're still human beings. Just with claws and fangs, but... "Aw, did I strike a nerve?" You giggled. "Disgraceful," she chines. "You need to be taught some disrespect." She scolded again, her voice firm and unwavering. With a swift motion, she countered with another kung fu spin kick thingamabob that you didn't quite understand. The force of it hitting your arm and sending you a jolt of pain through your body. The impact made you wince in agony, but you retaliated by conjuring up ice spikes. Seeing this, she tried to avoid them, but she wasn't fast enough, as one had managed to pierce through her left leg. The sight of crimson red blood dripping down her wound did not seem to bother Wyoming in the least. She simply stared at it nonchalantly, calmly pulling out the ice spike. With a drenched curiosity, she examined the injury before turning her attention back to you. "Impressive. You can summon ice without water." "Wrong. The air around us is water, and my curse allows me to freeze it instantly and into any shape I please." You explain and charge at her. Planting your spear into the ground, you vaulted into the air, doing a front flip before whirling your spear above your head. The smooth arc of your weapon was a sight to behold as you effortlessly executed the complex maneuver. Flying snowflake! Ice slam! You yell, your voice echoing through the room. The combine of ability and strength in your movement, the memorizing to watch as you unleash the full power of your technique. Wyoming immediately jumped back, just as you brought the blade of your spear down in a powerful strike. You brought down your spear, and, with a hard and loud thwack, the impact of your blade stabbing into the ground sent shockwaves throughout the room, creating a dazzling display of frozen shards that glistened in the dim light. You truly are the Yokiana, Wyoming remarked. The intense cold emitting from the ice sent a small shiver down her spine, making her realize the true extent of your strength and skill. Oh, shut up, you retorted, not caring that your unique gift had once again proven to be a formidable force to be reckoned with, as you pulled your weapon from the ground, standing in remnants of your icy attack. The impact of your attack caused large cracks to form on the ground, taking the shape of the six-pointed snowflake. Your first form and your very own powerful move that Gome, the stone pillar, helped you master. You couldn't help but feel a surge of disappointment as you watched Wyoming dodge your attack effortlessly. If only she hadn't moved away, you thought, maybe the outcome would have been different. Coward. You stood, straightened your posture, and glanced at her. You noticed the hole in her leg had completely healed, a result of her demonic ability to regenerate. From what Kojiro and the others had told you, desperation is the only way to incapacitate a demon permanently. Oh, decapitation. Oh my god, I can't read. Decapitation is the only way to incapacitate a demon permanently. You're a lot stronger than you look. Enough flattery will get you nowhere. Now cut the ball crap and tell me where Kojiro is, you demanded. Why? She inquired, fading innocence. Are you in love with him? Don't. Oh, tell me now, bitch. Don't make me ask you again, you hissed. You were indeed both angry and serious at this point, and had no time to be playing 20 questions with the Janshiho. You're so ugly, disgusting and unclean. You're nothing but a Tyrum, a foul flower of filth. Wyoming blattered, sparring her sharp fangs at you. Her words cut deep like a knife slicing through the air with venomous precision. Her face twisted in a grinning expression of disgust, revealing her true nature and making her appear more demonic and sadistic. It was as if the very essence of darkness had taken root within her, twisting her beauty into a gruesome prodigy of herself. Apparently, she didn't seem to appreciate your foul use of colorful words. Well, you accidentally have a certain edgy when Hashira to think of that. Perhaps training Masanomi and changing him to trash talk contents have become a bad influence on you. So much so, in fact, that you are beginning to sound almost like him right now. You couldn't help but smile at the memory of everyone who helped Kojiro train you into becoming a stronger demon slayer. They helped you overcome your own weaknesses and being powerless and unable to stand up for yourself. Even now, while standing here, staring a demon in the face, you can feel them lending your strength that you would have made into your own. Annoyed with Wyoming's constant jabber, you give her a scoutful look. Are you done having your period? Because you're standing so annoyed that it's so annoying the hell out of me right now. You say nonchalantly, either shut up or fight me, or stand still and let me kick your ass. Though, either one is fine as long as you're dead. You add before moving into an attack stance. Wyomi's lips curled into a sneer as she looked at you with contempt. Your cruel language and lack of manners were a constant source of irritation in her. Her eyes, you were nothing more but a despiteful troublemaker. She was convinced that you didn't deserve someone as kind and honorable as Kojiro. And she was determined to do whatever it took to keep you away from him. Fine. If you really want to kill me, then first you'll have to go through him, she says. You were about to ask her what she meant by that when a familiar figure stepped from behind the tapestry and into the light. Your eyes slowly widen in shock and horror upon noticing your beloved Kojiro. Ko? It was indeed him, you think, except something was off. He wasn't wearing his signature flame pattern hori or his regular Demon Slayer uniform. No, instead, he was dressed in a dark brown coat-like robe with flame patterns at the hem of his arm-sleeved and Hanaka pants, much like a Chinese official from the Qing dynasty. On top of his head was a round-top, tall-rimmed hat with yellow tail attached to it and had Chinese written on it. He looked much like Wyomi, a Genichi. What have you done to him? You ask Wyomi, your voice filled with both anger and concern. I'm afraid your precious Kojiro foolishly found one of my opinions, which is one of my tattoo scriptures, and now under my spell. Wyomi replied, a wicked grin spreading across her face. She then held up Kojiro's arm, revealing the odd-looking kanji or drawing that seemed to pulse with dark energy. My tattoos and paintings are made with special type of ink that, when incense warm heat, it immediately latches itself onto a source, thus allowing me to use my demon blood art to control my playthings. She chuckles. You can believe what you are hearing right now. This can't be happening. Snap out of it, Ko. You try to get through him, but his hazy golden eyes only glanced at you emotionally. It's no use. As of right now, he sees you as the enemy and me as his lover, Wyomi exclaims, and you immediately felt your heart sink. Now, kill her, Ko.